up, guys? Josh from Castle Comics, doing another weekly comic video. We're gonna get right into this, guys. It's not a huge one this week, but we do have some good titles. We're gonna start with Marvel. Got Marvel back this week, so no sad Captain America. Started out with the only Marvel comic we do have, which is Ultimate X-Men #3. Peach Mocha continues to tell an awesome story. We've been introduced to Hisako and Maystorm or May. And this story we get some backstory on Maystorm, which is kind of interesting because you get to see her before she has her white hair, and it's interesting the way they play into her powers, because her powers are almost gained from a curse. She gets scratched by a cursed cat. That's what it seems like. So I think it's very interesting. Once again, Peach's art is just kind of phenomenal, man. The way she does like this horror style manga art, it's just awesome. And also, this comic includes Nico Minoru, who is one of my favorite characters. She is a character in the Runaways comics, and she's just a very interesting character. So I've always liked her character a lot. And spoiler right here, but you do get to see her on the last page, and they finally name drop mutants in the Momoko Ultimate X-Men universe. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, great issue. We'll definitely continue to read it until, I guess next issue we'll finally get the mutant. Since we have the mutant name dropped in this, we'll probably get some other crazy stuff. I picked up a few variants of this. They're all really cool. Peach Mocha does some great stuff with her 1 in 10s, and just really fun. So, yeah. So that is Ultimate X-Men #3 for Peach Mocha and Marvel. Next, we're going into Boom Studios. House of Slaughter #23. Once again, still finishing up Something's Killing the Children, so I can jump over to House of Slaughter. So not reading these quite yet, but I still like to collect them so I can go back and read them. So, but yeah, I like the story. Like I said, Tynan's still helping out with it, or Tinian's still helping out with it. So I think it'll be a great comic when I get a chance to read it. It hasn't gotten the popularity or the hype that Something's Killing the Children had, or still has, but I think the world's interesting enough to have some good spinoffs. So I'll be excited to read it when it gets there. Next is Uncanny Valley #2. And this one is, I didn't get to talk about #1 because I hadn't read it yet. But this is a fun comic. It is insane. It's pretty much the premise is the main character discovers they are half cartoon. And that's really all you can say. They meet their grandfather, who is pretty much Yosemite Sam, without, obviously getting to that point. But it's really cool the contrast they do and the story they tell with this kid finding out he's part cartoon and these people hunting him down. You just get some really funny interactions between him and his grandfather. You get a really cool moment with the villain, or one of the villains, who is coming after him. He's now kind of on the run with his grandfather. Now they know that he exists. We get this really cool, cheeky shot of this coyote, who obviously is, reminiscent to Wile E., and has the dynamite moments, and it's just really funny. Really looking forward to issue 3. You get this kind of main villain, not really reveal, but kind of main villain tease by the end of the book. And just a fun issue. If you really like stuff, just the comics and everything, man. You even have on the cover here, you've got a little bit of He-Man, Castle Grayskull type thing. So if you really enjoyed, you were a fan of Looney Tunes, the old cartoons like that, and then kind of put a new serious spin on them, it's a real fun read. I definitely recommend it. So that is Uncanny Valley #2 from Boom Studios. Now we're moving into Image, which Image has most of my comics this week. I've come and dominated my independent stuff, and I'm not upset about this at all. So first, we'll go Spawn 353. This continues the story of Spawn. trying to hunt down this new character who we've seen who still has their powers now that the whole world has been almost turned into a green zone to where they can't use none of the heaven or hell's agents can use their powers. And you also get the story of how Spawn's friend like pretty much served as a agent of heaven, but he got bit by vampires, but heaven had like gave him spells and wards to keep him from changing. But now that the powers are gone from Earth and he's on Earth, he pretty much is a slave to the vampires now. So Spawn is trying to help him and turn him back into human. So you have that going on. Then once again you have this new character who is trying to kill Blood, and she thinks she gets to jump on him, but it's a shapeshifter and it's a trick. And Spawn shows up to help her, and it's pretty much them being on the run, and Spawn just still trying to figure out exactly who she is. And you get a cool reveal of another agency that's watching over her and Spawn, and we get the reveal of who's leading the agency. You might have already got it before in the comics, I can't remember, but it's a character we've seen many times before. So still a really solid issue. I'm definitely going to keep reading it once again. Said this a million times, but they definitely are pushing it. But $2.99 an issue, you can't beat that price. So definitely continue to read as long as it's $2.99. Probably even if they go up, because it's been that long. It's just been a good issue. So yeah, Spawn 353 from Image Comics. Next we have Fish Flies number 6 from Jeff Lemire. This comic continues to be strange, gritty, just everything you kind of want from that style of comic, if that's what you're getting into. We still stick with the kind of black and white with some kind of gray tones to it, really. And this issue, you get the one of the side characters who is the mother of the boy who was shot in the first issue and is kind of on life support. She gets somehow a like psychic flashback vision to see how the first fish fly was created. And it was kind of a vengeance for this family who moved into a new land, and they're Irish, and they kind of are trying to get forced off their land to the point to where this other group jumps them and ends up shooting the husband, and the son gets killed as well. So the wife, in like vengeance, uses old Irish magics and transforms the one of the surviving members of the other family into the fish fly. And so now, we kind of have the reveal of what is causing these people to become fish flies. Still cool use of one can kind of very Sin City with the use of blood and color. But yeah, just a very, very like weird comic. Like, I love the use of drama in it because it's very simplistic, but it's also very detailed. And there's pretty much with her creating the very first fish fly. And yeah, I guess this curse has traveled on. And so at the end of the issue, you pretty much get a bomb drop for this mother who comes out of this, like, not even a coma, but comes out of this trance where she has found out that, of the story of the fish fly, and she kind of figures out, starts to get a grasp on what is going on. So it's pretty wild. Definitely a really good issue. And I'll be looking forward to the finale of it. I think there should be only a couple more issues left to wrap it up. So that is Fish Flies number 6 from Image Comics. And my last one, which is probably one of my favorite reads this week. When I first read the first issue of this, I was very reserved going into it. I just really almost wasn't my style, and I felt like it was kind of weird. But as I got more into the first issue and then the second and third, it's been one of my favorites now, and that's Napalm Lullaby. Comics crazy. You have these characters who have special powers, and they're living in this futuristic world where this Superman-esque child has come to Earth, and this child is now like the ruler, and he's pretty much he was found by this family who were kind of religious zealots who had this religion where they worship this different god. And now that this kid has pretty much superpowers, he has become like the ruler of this world and has forced this religion on everybody. And you have like a heaven side of the city that you have to live perfect, where these people have like monitors to monitor sin, is what they call, and these characters are trying to go in there to kill this godlike figure. And I guess they have the power. Since they have powers, they think they have a better chance. But by the end of this issue, they realize that that their powers are not as adequate as they thought they were. A lot of the issue deals with the brother, who is kind of an empath, losing control of his powers a little bit because of all the stuff he's feeling in this place, because in a place where everybody pretty much has this falsehood belief. And by the end of it, it's pretty wild. It's a good read. Another one that I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in the next issue. And yeah, there's not much more to say. It's like I said, it's got some great art. I just love the way like you have this figure almost projected by projectors as kind of like a deity. It's just wild. It's a good story. Kind of a really cool twist on Superman in a way. So, but yeah, that is Napalm Lullaby #3 from Image Comics, guys. That is it for this week. Like I said, not a huge week. And the next week is going to be giant. We have some big titles coming out next week I'm looking forward to. Spider-Gwen, amongst them. Just so many. Blood Hunt #2. And the Red Band, just a lot of stuff coming out next week. And with that, also, don't forget my new contest for a slabbed copy of Blood Hunt #1 Red Band is active right now. So you just need to like, comment, and subscribe on that to be entered. And every video you comment on, since starting with the last video, will give you a chance to, on the wheel, to get one in this slab. And I'll be getting a slab at HeroCon this year in June. Should have it back sometime in July. So we'll run the contest all the way until then. And like I said, if you're subscribed, you will get your name on the wheel. And every comment on each video from last video until then will give you an extra entry. So looking forward to that. Really excited. And also look for upcoming, I should have a... I'll be doing another grade prediction video for some of the comics I'm going to get graded this year, Heroes, to see how close I predicted, how they come back. Also, guys, starting hopefully this Saturday is my goal to try to get it out to you guys. I'm going to be starting a new series called Back Issues, where I just kind of, if there's stories that I've talked about here that you're interested in, but you just don't have the time to read them, which I understand, I'll be kind of breaking down the stories up until the current issue they're at. That way you can be all caught up, and maybe I'll even go back and, after some more issues release, continue it. But for now, since Something Is Killing the Children, it's 37 issues in. That's a lot to get caught up on. So each issue will probably be one volume, which is roughly 5 issues. Just because I'm not going to go panel for panel, but I am going to describe a lot of what's going on in the comic. So if that's your thing, if you like listening to some stories of stuff and just don't have time to read them, give it a check out. Like I said, if you're subscribed, check it out. You should get it posted. Make sure you have all the bells and stuff turned on so you can get all notifications. I should have it out Saturday, hopefully. And it shouldn't be too lengthy. I'm going to try to keep them between 10 and 20 minutes. But yeah, so we'll be doing Something's Killing the Children, Volume 1, which covers issue 1 through 5. So look out for that. Back issues coming hopefully this Saturday. And with that, guys, as always, keep reading comics, and I'll see you in the next video.